if you're a business person and you want to start hiring people in your business or in your organization, you start out most of the time alone. So when you start out alone, you are the chief accounting officer, chief marketing officer, chief operator. You are everything. You are the cleaner, you are the MD CEO, you are the gate man. That's where to start. But when I advise people, I say that the first staff you should have in your business is what I call a utility staff. Just someone that will be there to open the door, close the door, so that the office will not be empty. Just clean, answer phone calls. We call it utility staff. That's what I call it, because the person may not have experience of HR, the person may not have experience of customer service, but the person is just there. At least the door is not closed. You just need somebody to open the door, close the door, receive message and do all that. That's the first person you need, because most of the time when you are starting out in business, you don't even have the money to hire anybody. But if you're going to have an office, you can also not sit down at the office and sit down morning to night doing nothing. So you need to go out there looking for business. So you need someone that will just be there. So that's the first person you need. The next person you need is someone that will handle your finances. Even if it's ordinary bookkeeper that will just do bookkeeping. That's the person you need. Because once you get the issue of finances wrong from the scratch, you're going to get into trouble in many levels, especially when you operate in a chaotic and a disorganized environment like Nigeria, where even the government does not have documentation. When tax people enter your life, they can ruin your business because they don't have documents. So, and I can tell you stories upon stories upon stories of how that if you do not have the book to be able to prove your case, you can get into trouble. We have gotten letters from the tax office before for a company that does not exist. Because people just sit there in their office. And I hope you know that most of the people that work in government, they have never run a business before. So most of the people that are involved in all this statutory stuff, they have never done any business before. So they don't understand how business operates. So as far as they are concerned, turnover is income. So once they hear that, you did 10 million, say, that means the whole 10 million is your money. You should come and pay taxes. They don't understand. So they just sit down in the office, they send a letter, and they can tell you they want to come and do audits for a company that does this. So I remember we registered the company and they sent a letter one time that they want to come and do an audit of the company. I think they said they want to do 3 years audit. And the company was 6 months old. From CAC, every 6 month old company, they want to come and so it means that they don't even know what they're talking about. They mean they just sit down, maybe they just see an ad, because once you do adverts, it's trouble. They just see advert, they say, that must be a big area, they just send letter. It's like they are just fishing for what. So if you don't have your book, that will be trouble. So you need to have your books in order. So just to put that there. Number 3, you need an auditor and tax consultant. When you register a company with the CAC, you need to do what is called an annual return, which means that every year you need to audit your account and let the government know what you are doing as a business person. Now, what will help you to be able to achieve that is getting the services of an auditor. And then as a company and as an individual, there are different tax implications for everything that you do. And it's very, very important for you to have tax consultants, people that will advise you on how to be able to handle both your personal tax and then your company income tax and all the other tax aspects of your life. If you do not have these people, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. So for instance, as an individual, you can pay your taxes through what is called pay as you earn, or you can pay your taxes through what is called a personal assessment, depending on who you are and what you do. And then there are people that will be able to advise you on how to go about that. Same thing for your business. Every company that has staff, your staff are supposed to pay taxes. So there's supposed to be a deduction that you remit to the government so that they can have their tax ID and everything taken care of. So you need someone that will be able to let you know that, because many times I see a lot of people that don't understand this, and then they say, okay, I want to open an account. They say I should go and register for tax. I don't understand. You register for tax doesn't mean you are paying. You don't pay tax for what you have not made. Do you understand? So you need to do things legally. And then they'll tell someone, hey, they say I should go and register with EFCC. They say, school mulu. I say, relax. There's no problem. You go and register. There's nothing, you have not done anything wrong. Why? Because a lot of people don't have people to guide them. So, very, very important. Number 4, you need a marketing consultant. You need someone that understands marketing and understands how you can increase your market share and help you to be able to do better. Because there are people that have deep understanding and insight into sales and marketing, and they can help you to increase your bottom line. They can help train your staff. They can help you develop a marketing plan. They can help you even execute the market. They can even help you in marketing and be your marketing partner while you do the production or whatever aspect you need to do. Number 5, you need a publicity and brand consultant. You need someone that understands branding, that understands publicity, because in the world that we live in today, perception is as powerful as reality. So you need to make sure that you manage your brand image, you manage the brand perception, and in business, that's what we call the top of the mind awareness. So that when people are thinking of patronizing someone in your industry or in your sector, you'll be one of those that they will think about. And that's why you need to keep publicity. I don't think that people know you and people, no. Everybody does not know you. There are people that don't know you. So you keep publicizing, you keep doing what you can do to put yourself out there so that you can be in the face of people. And when, do you know that there are things you sell that people in your family and in your network need, but they are buying from somebody else? Even though you told them before that you do it, they are forgotten because you are not a breaking news. You are not top in their mind. They will have started to say, you say, I forgot, and I just bought 3 cartons, so don't worry, next time. Next time again, they will still forget again. It's not devil. Hello? It's not devil. Just keep yourself in the mind of people. As a pastor, I'm not just a pastor, I'm a businessman. But I'm also a public speaker. And you can just assume that everybody knows that you are there, they will invite you to come and speak. No. You need to put yourself out there so that people will continue to be, so that when they are thinking of programs, that man. And then for me, one of the things I do is that everybody in my network, those who matter, every month I'm in touch with them. Hey, how are you guys doing? Just checking on you. Most of the time, once I send that just checking on you message, man of God, thank you for always checking. Hey, please check your calendar. Are you? So if I didn't send check on you, you will not tell me to check my calendar. Say, I was thinking, if I'm man of God, this one that you contacted me, I think this is God. We are thinking of this program, we're thinking of that program. Hello? If I open my diary now, I am booked till 3rd quarter of next year. I don't have any free weekend till 3rd quarter of next year. Now, the only reason why that happens is the favor of God, the grace of God, but it's also being strategic and being intentional about making sure you do what? You put yourself out there. Next is a coach or a mentor. You need a coach, you need a mentor. That's one of the missing link in the life of many of us. You need a coach, you need a mentor. You need someone that will guide you. You need someone that will mentor you. Because most of the time, when you need to make major decisions in your life, do you have somebody you can call that will pick your call and answer you? So many of us make wrong choices and wrong decisions because we don't have people that know better in our network that we can talk to. And if you know better, you do better. The quality of your counsel and counselors and advisors determines the quality of your choices and your decisions. So when poor person, they counsel poor person, what will come out of that counsel? Hello? So many times people want to make decisions. Okay, you want to make a financial decision now. Someone has just blessed you, or you have been waiting for one money and the 5 million has finally come. And you want to think, okay, what do I do? Do you have somebody you can call now that has superior knowledge and that can help you decide? Hello? I've seen people make stupid decisions. Why? Because they don't have the right people to advise them. It's after the money is finished their brain will not start working. They will not say it's village. So you need advisors, you need counselors. And now, like I said last week, all this is not about money, because poverty is a mindset. Oh, because the way a poor man thinks, say, hey, I go get all this one now, I go pay all of them. No, you already have them in your life. It's just for you to be intentional and strategic to keep that network open. There are people in this church, in your department, in your house fellowship, that can do many of this for you. But many times you come to church, you sit down, the person on your left and on your right, you don't even have the courtesy and the courage to even say, hello, good morning, my name is John. Can I meet you, please? Just, do you know who you sit down with every Sunday? Some of you are sitting down with CEOs. You are sitting down with major players in different industries. But you just come, I'm here for God. Okay. Be there for God. God is there for you. Hello. So turn to your neighbor and say, hello, how are you doing? Introduce yourself. Tell the person what you are doing. Let them do. Let's start now. Practice it now. That's the way you practice. Start now. So what are they doing? Find out what do they do for a living. Because connection can take place now. Maybe the lawyer is sitting next to you. Maybe your mentor is by your side now. Okay. That's what you should do every Sunday. Hello? You greet the cross. You do what? You greet the cross. So which one is greet the cross? The person in front, the person behind, the person on the left, the person on the right. That's the cross. So every Sunday, greet the cross, get to know. That's how you know people. How can you be in a church with thousands of people and you are still looking for people? I don't have anybody to help me. Something is wrong with you. Don't let anybody deceive you. You should be he that once as a friend must show himself friendly. Greet people. Hello? Hello, good morning. How are you doing? I'm Emmanuel. Can I meet you, please? Oh, I'm John. Oh, good. What do you do? Oh, wow, wonderful. Hey, where's your office? Wow. Hello? So by the time you come to church, because people just come to church, they will kneel down, bend head, and be praying with chair. It's a lie. You are just religious deception. What are you kneeling down for? You didn't pray for your house? That you now come to church, you now kneel down, focus, bend head for chair. So I just say, these church people, fake life, fake people. Hello? So you didn't pray at home, you didn't pray. You now come, you are now kneeling down. Your conscience is telling you, you have not prayed, though. You are not kneeling down. Hello? You came with complimentary card. Give her one, give me 2 1. Make me 2, I want to meet you. God bless you. Okay, cake and treats. Wow, so your cake sweet. Hallelujah. See as you bring card, carry out, ever ready. You never know when miracle will touch you. Okay, are we getting it now? Number 7, you need a think tank. What's a think tank? You just need a group of people, friends, family, colleagues, staff members, that you meet together periodically to think about how to progress. Just a think tank. Just meet. So if it's in your office, for instance, you want to have a staff meeting once in a month or once in a week or once in a quarter with a think tank. To say, okay, how do we move this business forward? What many of you don't know is that majority of the companies you see that are doing amazingly well, the ideas that are moving them forward is not coming from the CEO. There are meetings, there are think tanks, there are people that sit down, research and development, quality control, business development. They sit down, they come, and people make suggestions. And most of those suggestions are the suggestions that the company will now take on board. And then, boom, it moves the company forward. So you need to have a think tank. That business you are doing, sit down. Talk to people that are in the same industry. Talk to people and say, I'm thinking of this. Have people that you will think together. Because when you people meet, I don't know, you are gossiping, who broke who's person heart, who did bomb. That's what you are going to check with your life. You are going to the Instagram to watch other people move forward. There is no way you can be watching people on Instagram and you will be on Instagram. Because you are busy watching other people. So how will you make a difference that will put you there? Number 8, you need a health and nutrition consultant. Because health is wealth. So you need people that will be able to guide you and counsel you on what to eat, what not to eat, especially as you continue to progress in life. Once you eat 40, you eat 50, you eat 60, there are some things that cannot happen again. Hello? So you need to make adjustments. Number 9, you need a security specialist. You need a security consultant, somebody that is into security that can help you. You don't want to have a business, no CCTV, no security system in place, and then one day you come, they have boggled all your business and everything, 12 million is gone. You now say village people. You don't want to have a business, no insurance. And then when the whole place is burnt, you are now praying, oh God, restore, oh God, restore. You don't want to have a business, you don't have fire extinguisher, you don't have people to come and say, you need to have fire this, fire that. They know just people that can guide you, even in your personal life. All these things are very, very important. One of my mentees bought a car, an SUV years ago, and when she shared about the experience, I said, wonderful. Say, so do you have insurance? I said, it's third party. I said, you cannot. I said, if you gather away, I gather money to buy. I don't have money for. I said, you cannot be driving a Jeep and you can't do comprehensive. And then trouble came. The car was burnt down. Number 10, you need a spiritual consultant, or what we call a spiritual father or a pastor over your life. So when I say spiritual consultant, I don't mean Babalawo. I know you people. I might know your pastor. Yeah, I've been around. I know many of you are still consulting things. That's why your life is not moving forward. You are in church here now. By Tuesday now, you don't go one. By Friday, they don't give you a incision for body. You come to church again. You are just trying everything because village people are inside you. The altar is inside you. I know. So when I say spiritual consultant, I'm talking of a pastor over your life, a spiritual covering. Not that you have one. Because now what people are doing is you have fortune prophet. See, there's one prophet in Okoko. There's one prophet in Lasso. You are just wasting your life away. Looking for somebody to tell you what is not lost. So that's not what I'm talking about. Because many of you are still consulting. Tell your neighbor, say, Pastor, no. So the list is not exhaustive, but we have a lot of other things. Now, all these people, you don't, like I said, you don't need to have them on retainership or pay. No. Start out just relating with them. Do you understand? Start out just relating with them. Most of the people that I have in my life today have been with me for years, some 20, some 30. And it was when I was starting out. I said, come, I'm starting this business, so let's start together. You will be my lawyer, you will be my accountant. If I need counsel, but when money comes, all of us will enjoy. That's the way it works. Do you understand? So my lawyer has been my lawyer. And I called him and said, guy, you need to be our company lawyer, but not company secretary. We know they pay. There's no money, but we are all starting together. But when Pepe rests, all of us will enjoy together. And then when money began to come, we gave him 1 acre of land. After he collected money, after we started paying, when trouble came, all of us, they go EFCC together. They go police together. And why? It's easier. He knows the whole story from day one. So he's been with me for 26 years. He knows from day one. So he can tell you all the story from day one. So there's nothing. He doesn't need to ask me. I say, I know all of us do. Yeah, we steal money. If I thief, you thief now. Finally, number 8, learn how to print your own money. Learn how to print your own money. And that's the final rule that many people need to learn. Learn how to print your own money. So the first thing will be print my money. Is that not illegal? How can you tell us to start printing money? But I've already told you what money is now. Hello? So if you already know what money is, you know that money is not what people think money is. So that's why we are wrapping up from this point again. So it's time to now begin to print your own money. So, if we have already understood what money is, that knowledge is the new money. You remember that's where we started from. If knowledge is the new money now, how then do you use knowledge to produce money? How then do you use the knowledge you have received since the beginning of this master class to now begin to print your own money? So number one, we looked at 10 places where money hides. You remember? So in printing your money, number one, you use that knowledge of where money is hiding to release money to yourself. So number one, money hides where? In problems. So you look at problems, say, this problem, if I solve this one now, money will come. So you use that knowledge to produce money. Money hides in people. When you see people, all these people, what can I offer them to get money? Do you understand? So you use that knowledge to pull out money from the places where money is hiding. You also use that knowledge to create multiple streams of income, which we have also looked at. And then you use knowledge to produce your own products and services. You use knowledge to do what? To produce your own products and services. So I have books, I have audio programs. They are my own. So, in order for you to get it, you have to come to me or buy from me because I'm the owner, I'm the producer. So just use that knowledge and begin to, I don't know if I said this last week, but how many of you drink water? So why don't you produce your own water? You just start printing your own money. Many of you go to the toilet, you use tissue paper, produce your own. So there are many things you can begin to produce that will now become your own intellectual property. And it will be yours for life. So you need to begin to think of products and services. So for instance, you don't necessarily have to be a public speaker to produce information products. So you can have your own information products that you produce, the knowledge you have, the experience you have, the skill you have, and you begin to use it to produce. Like I've said over and over again, there's at least one book in every individual. One book. When I was writing the latest book, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person, when the idea came that I needed to get a lot of people to be a part of it so that they can also share their story. Number one, there was time limit. Number two, I began to tell, if I say everybody that have ever gone through the process should bring their own story too. That means we're going to have, if not thousands, hundreds of people. That will be an encyclopedia on its own. So I had to just limit it to people within the country and within my immediate network. One of the people that I think if you read the School of Money book, you see the story of this guy in Chicago. He's moved now to Canada, and but he used to be in Chicago, and he was one of those that attended my seminar years ago, and he began to ask questions because when you travel to the Western world, you realize that one of the major challenges is that people are locked up in the rat race. They are locked up in this salary. I want to pay bills, and many of them do 2, 3, 4 jobs. But every time I travel, I try to help them to understand that that's not the way to excel in a foreign land. When you go into a new country, the first thing you need to do is to understand the environment you are in so that you will know how to play the game of money in that environment. The Western world is a capitalist environment. And according to the gospel of capitalism, capitalism is structured to benefit entrepreneurs and investors. That's what capitalism is, to benefit entrepreneurs and investors. Capitalism is not built to help salary earners. Salary earners are actually the tool of capitalism. So the problem is that many people relocate to go and get a job. So when Asians and Jews go into the Western world, they go to start a business. When Africans go to the Western world, they go to look for a job. I was in Canada on tour last month, and we had some Asians and Jews in the meeting that I did in Toronto. Somebody said, no, Pastor, it's not Toronto, it's Toronto. I say, yeah, that's your business. And if you like any English you want to speak, you understand what I'm saying. When I say Toronto or Toronto, well, you know where I was talking about. So when I was done, one of the Asian guy that I later discovered was actually a very major big guy in the city came. He said, "Wow," he said, you understand this stuff. He said, when I was invited to come, I'm like, who is this guy? He said, but you actually understand this thing. You actually understand. I need to go get your book. He said, because what you said about us, he said, your people don't understand it and they don't come to ask us questions. He said, they don't come to ask us how we do it. But you seem to understand. I said, I understand because that's my job. When Asians get into the Western world, they don't go look for a job. They create businesses, they start with, they come together, they are communal. They can rent one house, 15 of them will be there. Even though it's illegal, they will be there. And from that house, they will not move until they buy their own. They will come together, put money together, help one person. When that one is settled, and everybody is willing to wait for other people. Sometimes they will just put 1 to 10 inside paper. Whatever number you pick, you are the one. If you are number 1, all of us, it's you. Until we settle you, we move to the next one. But if you try it with Nigeria, So he wanted to understand, talking about doctor, what I meant when I said that there's a difference between the medical profession and medical business. So I explained things to him, and he did some of them, and his story has changed.